Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unbox Chaos. And it's going to be a short episode today. And I think it's really cool that Ghost, I put him right here just to decorate the set, I guess you could say. And he's like holding his gun up in midair, like shooting, being rebellious and like celebrating. But it looks like that on screen, but in real life it looks like he's pointing the gun right at me. It's such a strange thing with the way the camera's pointed and everything. Anyway, this is going to be a short episode. It's My Hero Academia wallet that just came out. Came out on October 8th. And this is for the new lineup for all like the merchandise that is coming out with the new video game called My Hero Wants Justice. It looks really cool. And I pre-ordered it. And the girl's like, yeah, you can pre-order it. And if you pre-order it, you get the... I forgot what the name of the person was. But it was like... I was like, yeah, isn't it the fire guy? And I was like, wait, that's Todoroki's dad. And I was like, dude, he's like the most extra guy on the show. He's like this big dude, but his like, I guess his mustache or beard is fire. And I thought it was so lame. And it's so funny because Todoroki is like one of the most, I wouldn't say beloved, but to me, he's one of my favorite characters. I love him. And I love him more than Midoriya. To some degree, I wish that he had Midoriya's powers. But, you know, I still love his powers, too. I mean, he can't just have 3 powers. He already has 2. So, and I said 2 twice in different contexts. But this right here is just, of course, it's just my knife. But I just wanted to put it here. And My Hero Academia wallet was actually $15. And with tax, it's $16. And it has some of my favorite characters on here. But right here, the only person on here that I'm not really keen on is this guy right here, the rock guy. Was it rock or metal? See, I never remember, and I don't even remember his name. And my friend loves him. He's like, yeah, he's so cool. And I'm like, why? And he says, you know, in the manga, later on, this guy's story gets fleshed out really well. And I was like, alright, I'm not even there yet, so don't even tell me. But Todoroki looks amazing. Look what he's wearing too. Like, the white is incredible. And then the dude, the lame pervy dude, he's all like, thumbs up. And then you got the frog girl. Of course she has to be dressed like that. And of course she has to be like in tights because, I mean, honestly, the guy who made the show loves her, dude. Like, it's just fan service for him, drawing her like that. Yeah, you can tell if you read the manga, you'll know exactly what I mean. There's like some really fan servicey parts. And then same thing with Uraraka, I believe that's her name. And like, she was like, in one part, she was like, man, I wish my clothes weren't so tight. I should have told the tailor to make them different. And she never changes her clothes. You'll notice that. She'll never change her clothes. But we're just going to zoom in. And but the person that I like the least though on the show is actually Bakugo, and I believe that's because like he's like always angry for no reason. He thinks that he's the best, and I do believe that he's going to have a character moment where he becomes a lot more self-aware, I guess. And he is actually supposed to be a character that's kind of a play on the whole thing about being a shonen character. That's what I believe. I'm not sure if anybody else believes this, but Bakugo sounds a little bit like Ichigo. I don't think it's a coincidence. I mean, it's probably that's just something that happened. But Bakugo's character is kind of like Ichigo, and Ichigo is like all angry and stuff, and somehow it solves all the problems. Bakugo's anger kind of makes everything worse, but his anger is also what keeps him, you know, making him a hero, because he wants to make sure that being a hero is all about being the strongest person to do the job, which is to actually save people. It's not about being a hero, like being the best person just because. He's saying that being the best of the best is reserved for people who are the strongest so that they can save the people who don't have the strength. It's a very interesting and complex thing. I never thought about it that way, and I still hate him because he's so lame, and he's always like on fire and like burning people, and somehow he beats Todoroki. I'm done. It's really lame. But Midoriya is awesome. Todoroki is awesome. I know a lot of people are just going to be like, why do you not like Bakugo? He's amazing. No, he's not. But yeah, that's pretty much the wallet, and I guess I can pull this out and show you guys the entire thing. So yeah, the video game came out, and it's interesting because everything is coming out at the same time. I believe that this is, you know, for them to make sure that their popularity stays up, even though they don't need to. They're just gonna do it anyway. But they already have the movie, the prequel movie, which shows All Might's past, And All Might is kind of a tragic character. Not saying that he's gonna die or anything. I don't know if he's gonna die, but his past is like he was in his prime and he was amazing, and then of course now he's just not as good. And it's not really a spoiler. That was like in the beginning of the entire show, but it's amazing, and I love this show, and it's one of my favorite. It's an anime, but I do believe that it's kind of like a regular cartoon as well. Like it is, anime is cartoon, but it kind of resembles the old school cartoons, and it reminds me a little bit of Static Shock. Like it's a little bit more in tune with just like being a kid and trying to figure out how to find your place in the world, and not just like dealing with like, oh, the depression or suicide, or like really hardcore topics that are more reserved for adult shows. This is more of just about heroism and being a regular high school kid, and it's an amazing show. And yeah, an awesome wallet too. I randomly found it out of nowhere. I was like looking throughout the whole store. I couldn't find anything that I wanted, and I randomly found this, so I thought it was pretty awesome. Thank you guys for watching. My Hero Academia is amazing. Whenever anybody sees this, just keep that in mind. Don't deny it, because it's an awesome show. And thank you guys. Alright guys. Beep boop.